So I flew back, as I said, from St. Petersburg yesterday morning, and for a variety of reasons, at 1 o'clock this morning, I found myself doing a Skype class at the University of Baghdad, a place where I spend a fair amount of time in Iraq these days, it seems. And so I wanted to read you a poem that I translated by a wonderful Iraqi poet who died about 10 years ago. His name was Buland al-Hadari, and this is a poem of his called The City Ravaged by Silence. Baghdad, that captive, forgotten between the corpse and the nail. Baghdad was not besieged by the Persian army, not seduced by a mare, nor tempted by a hurricane, nor touched by fire. Baghdad died of a wound from within, from a blind silence that paralyzed the tongues of its children. That captive was not a homeland, it was just a prison, wrapped with black walls and guardrails. It was not a night beyond which we say day lies. Baghdad, that captive, forgotten and ravaged by the silence, only a desert inhabited by death, known only to the stones. One day it almost became, at a certain time, a thing in secret, a secret restlessness in the stillness of a room. It almost became a promise in two eyes, a vow in blue films, in which we almost lived a dream, paper boats borne by the air, flowing lightly, seeking no anchor, no mooring on a bank. We wished it would turn into lightning, revealing desire, but listen, listen. And so I listened, and listened closely, but I heard nothing. Listen, listen. And I laughed. Here's the meow of the cat in the neighbor's house. There, a rustle of small leaves. Pay no attention. It's only the meow of the cat, only the rustle of the leaves. A hand knocks on the door 4 times. The anxious heart pounds 1,000 times. Listen, don't you hear? Don't you see something? I see a shadow lurking behind the window. I can almost see in the dark of its eyes. Yes, in the darkness of its eyes, yes, my tear-streaked face, for tomorrow the report will be prepared. The grounds will be prepared for killing you inside us, with us, oh Baghdad. We must confess we're the corpse and the nail, and you forgotten between the corpse and the nail. You were awake until the wee hours. We were awake until the wee hours, but what does it mean? What does it imply? On the chair with 2 broken legs, above the black table near the flickering lantern, there were white papers, yellow papers like pus. There was an open book like an exposed secret, and the remains of 2 pens. What does it mean that you read, that you write, that you stay up until dawn? What does it mean? What does it imply? We will be executed in Baghdad's main square, with a signboard larger than Baghdad on both of our chests. Understand, you may not be executed. Understand, you may be spared. You are forbidden to read, to write, to talk, to cry, even to ask what Baghdad means, what it means to be human or an animal, to be more than a stone forgotten in Baghdad. You are forbidden to be more than the 2 legs of a harlot or the 2 hands of a pimp. Baghdad died of a wound inside us, of a wound from within, from a blind silence that paralyzed the tongues of its children. Baghdad was ravaged by the silence, so that we have nothing in it. It has nothing in us except death and the corpse and the nail. That was Buland al-Hadari from Baghdad.